Hello, my name is Michael Macomber. Come join me by the fire for tonight's chilling story. You're going to love living here. Those are the first words out of Jean's mouth when I show up to the apartment on Fruit Street. Jean is the property manager, and she's a nice lady from what I can tell. I think so too, I say to her. I glance at the next-door neighbor's chain-linked fence. There's a sign that says something, but the letters are fading, so I can't make out the writing. It's a pretty average-looking triple-decker in the city, and the price is right. I'm here for a viewing of the place before I sign the lease. You can walk to at least 6 restaurants from here, and it's incredibly safe, Jean says. I notice the apartment building sits right next to the train tracks. Is the train loud? I ask her. We're standing out on the front stoop. I can hear a woman pushing a stroller around the corner. The train runs twice an hour. It stops just before midnight, Jean says. I never got any complaints from the previous tenant. She hands me the key to the apartment. It's on the 2nd floor. This key will open every door inside the unit. I'm getting a latte and I'll meet you back here in 20 minutes. Do you want anything? I shake my head. No, thank you. I make my way up to the 2nd floor. There's no one around. It's quiet, which is strange for an apartment in the city. Once I reach the 2nd floor, I quickly notice that the apartment door is cracked open. Didn't Jean say this was locked? I can hear running water coming from inside. I push the door open, and when I stick my head inside, I see boxes and packing tape on the floor. Hello? No response. Anyone home? Nothing. I feel like I'm talking to myself, but I know someone else is in here. I step inside, and there's a guy standing at the kitchen sink with his back toward me. Looks like he's doing dishes. He's listening to something on his headphones. He turns around, but he doesn't look frightened to see me. I'm sorry, I say, embarrassed. I think I'm in the wrong apartment. I'm looking for 2R. He laughs. No, I'm the one who's sorry. I haven't finished packing yet. This is 2R. I'm the one who's moving out. Relief washes over me. He introduces himself and we shake hands. I tell him I'm viewing the apartment before signing the lease. I loved living here, he tells me. You have everything you need within walking distance, and Jean's really nice. Why are you moving out? I ask him. He looks around the kitchen. He suddenly looks sad. Time to move on, he says. The man takes me on a little tour of the apartment. He points out which floorboard creaks in the bedroom. Then he tells me what time of day I will get the most sunlight on the porch. I'm surprised when he tells me he's going to leave some of his furniture for me because he doesn't need it. I tell him thanks and head back down to the front stoop to meet up with Jean. She's waiting with a coffee in one hand and the lease agreement in the other. So, she says, what do you think? Are you ready to move in? I tell her it's a deal and we walk back to my car. The train comes charging past the building but doesn't stop. The wheels screech and the horn blares. I really like your tenant, I say to Jean. He convinced me to take it. I'm surprised he's moving out. He told me he really likes living here. Jean looks puzzled. She fidgets with her sunglasses. You knew Tom? She looks really confused. I tell her I just met him upstairs and he's leaving some furniture in the apartment for me. She takes off her sunglasses and turns around to look at the building. Tom doesn't live in that unit anymore, she tells me. It's been vacant for almost a year, she explains. He died a long time ago. I look back up at the 2nd floor window. I can see someone standing at the kitchen sink washing dishes. Thank you for joining me by the fire and listening to my story. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did.